This is going to be my first attempt at repairing something on one of my trains. Now, this is my express dairy train, double O gauge, that I introduced when I got it. And what happened is it crashed off the track and broke this attachment here that attaches it to its wagon, its flatbed wagon right here. So now I'm going to have to super glue the thing back in place, but I've never done anything like this. And the super glue thing says that it works at between 10 and 30 seconds. So my shaky hands are going to have to try and hold it there for 10 or 30 seconds and see what happens. And this is the section right there. Let me get my pointer. Right, let's see, right there, that it's going to have to be glued back onto. And that would be this section, hard to see, of this connector bar. And so we're going to take a shot at it and see what happens. I wish I had better lighting on this situation. Never seem to be able to do that. So I'm going to apply just a little bit of glue, this little bit of thing here. I don't even know what, it seems to be coming down. Okay, so that's on there now. So I'll take this and I'll attach it right there and hold it for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 seconds, but it says 10 to 30 seconds. Okay, so it seems to be attached, but we'll let it dry for a little longer and then see if it will connect. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little bit, getting away from the camera, put a little bit more glue right there, just to get it nice and snug, I hope, in its place. I'll hold it there for a little longer. And it seems to be taking hold. Now what to do with these things, I don't know. How do you clean those out? You blow what's left in there out, or I don't know, maybe you put it back into this thing like this, and then you squeeze and then let go, and it should come back in. I don't know, but my fingers are starting to stick together, so I don't think I'm using it all that correctly. But we'll put this on the side for now. We hope this thing, you know, it feels shaky. I don't think it's going to work, to tell you the truth. It feels very shaky. Let it have it dry for a little longer. And then we'll see if it can connect up as per originally to its little flat wagon here. We're going to see. I don't know how much longer I'm going to have to leave it dry, but like I said, it's getting a little firmer on there, so we'll just leave it a little longer. And then there's this thing, which is a wire connection, and it's got, it's got those little prongs that prong into that 2 holes there, and the 2 holes on this thing. It's hard to see right there, and it seems like it's wired. Seems like it's wired right there, but I don't know what it's driving, because there's no lights or anything on this thing. But in any case, let me see now. Is that long enough? Well, it's quite solid in there. And what I need to do then is poke it right in that hard to see slot right there on the top, Oh, wrong side. No, right side. Right there. This slot right here, and it'll snap into a little junction point in there, and hopefully it'll be together and working again. So because I'm impatient, I'm going to try it already. Hey, okay, it snapped in. So it looks like it's working. Now for the real test. Will it work on the track? And I'll explain that when we come back. Right, so we're back. I've got the train right here. And its nickname is Crasher because, like I said, my grandson and I, last weekend, we were playing with it, but we had it on the main track out here. And as you can see, the main track has no guard on it. And if you fall off of that into the white cliffs of Dover, as I call it, you're going to smack right onto the floor. So the express dairy train did crash, in fact. Got hung up when I was reaching over the layout last week for a fallen tree or something that I wanted to stand up. I got hooked on my shirt, and when I lifted up, it fell on the floor. And then later on, same thing happened with my grandson, fell on the floor, and that's when that thing snapped off. Actually, it snapped off the first time around when I snagged it. But now it's back together, as per my rushy repair job. And the reason I say, will it run on the track, is, okay, I've got this main track here, right? It goes all the way around. That's the main line. Then I got the second line. And so I use some flex track here, and so the radius and therefore the diameter is crazy small. And then the inside track where Crasher runs, that's his inside intra-town track. And I made that especially for Crasher. And it is extremely tight. And Crasher is an HO gauge. But of course it has a very small or short wheel span, just because it's so tiny. But what I'm afraid of is he was running well on the track, but that was without the connected up flat car. Now for the first time I'm going to try him with the flat car, and I don't know if he's going to be able to make the turns on the small track with the flat car attached, but we're going to find out together. Okay, bad news. I tried to get Crasher around the track, the inside track, with his cart, but on the first try it jumped the track or derailed, and it snapped off the connector bar, which I suppose we could say was not glued properly. So I'll try that again in the future. But not all is lost, and I'll show you why. Is because Tracker has bumpers, and so does his milk-only cart. But as we've already discussed in the past, he delivers both milk and firewood during the winter months to all the town folks, along with whatever else they want taken from one end of town to the other. And Tracker, or Crasher, can in fact push this cart, and he can make it around the track. So hook or crook, he will in fact be able to make his deliveries and do his job daily in the town. So all is not lost, but I will try again to get that connector bar back on. But like I said, it went around once with the connector bar, derailed. I tried it again, derailed again. And right here the track kind of slows down, but I'll fix that later. But he'll still be able to do his daily rounds of deliveries, because he can also push the cart, and that stays on the track just fine. So here's to wishing Pacer, Crasher, I'm going to get it right, Crasher, a long and healthy and prosperous delivery service. He and his engineer, Eugene. Thanks for watching. See you next time.